Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope you're having a great week. I hope if you're anywhere near the Northeast, then you're dealing with a lot of snow like myself. It's been snowing off and on here for several days now. And finally, today it's sunny, and I'm hoping that the snow is done for a while. I'm getting ready for fishing here in a couple weeks, and I was going through a lot of my terminal tackle, and I wanted to talk to you about a technique that is relatively new here in the States, even though it's been around for a few years. It's starting to catch on, and that's the free rig. If you look, what you'll see, and I'm seeing a lot of posts where you can take a cylinder weight like this, which you would use for drop shots and whatnot, and you just thread your line through it, you tie it to your hook and put your bait on, and then you cast out, and it's of course it's what's called the free rig. Your sinker's allowed to slide up and down. So when you cast out, the sinker's falling and the bait follows it, and it's an awesome technique. It's a it's an awesome finesse technique. You can use all kind of little creature baits, worms, really whatever you want to. What I'm going to show you today is some terminal tackle that I've been using with this technique for years now, a few years. That is, in my opinion, more efficient. There's nothing right or wrong. You know, the cylinder weight works great, but this technique with this weight is much better. It's just more efficient. You catch more fish. Um, it's the same. It's the same as far as your free rigging. I was using this last late summer. Here's my hook and my bait, and here's the weight I'm going to show you guys today. Um, as you see, it's got a like a egg shape to it. It's like a bowling ball. And with this weight, okay, put your line in through the top, and it comes out right below the top. See if you can see that real. Let that camera focus in. Okay. So what I do is, depending on what cover I'm fishing, how deep I'm fishing. Let's say I'm fishing, a little grass patch that is just about 6 to 8 inches from the bottom of the lake or river. I'll take bobber stops, and I'll put a bobber stop up, let's say a foot. So you cast out, okay, in the same fashion. Your weight goes to the bottom, and your hook and bait follows it down, okay. Then you can go ahead and ease your bait up to this weight. And the good thing about it is this weight stands up on the bottom, stands up just like this, okay. When you pull that weight up to your that bait up to your weight, it'll stand up off the bottom, probably about a quarter inch, and you can sit there and just barely tap your line and get a little action out of your bait. When the fish comes and grabs your bait and runs off with it, wherever you got your bobber stop, boom, that's when you'll feel him. You'll feel him moving with it, and you can go ahead and hit him. And you need to hit him, depending on what kind of bait and hook. A lot of times we're using light line with this technique. A lot of times you don't have to. You can move up. That's a good thing about these weights. I'll go ahead and tell you about them now. They're a company that I've shared on here a lot. I use a lot of their weights. Jungle Gym, okay, and they're called Beans Sinker. Let me show you how they got. You can see on the back there how they got the diagram. That's exactly how you fish it. The good thing is it's not just for a free rig, okay. So you can get a good look at that. Not just for the free rig. You can split shot with these. And split shot is a deadly finesse technique, which it's one of the first finesse techniques that I learned a long time ago, and got really good at. It still catches them today. And you can take one like this that's a quarter ounce or 3/8 and put you a trick worm, or a floating worm, or a grub, a little small creature, Baits like these here, uh, these little bull flats from Depths. These are awesome little free rig baits, split shot baits. Of course, Geek Crack makes some awesome ones. But this weight opens up more possibilities than just your standard cylinder weight. Um, it slides just as well up and down the line as a cylinder weight, but instead of it just falling over like the cylinder weight does, this actually will stand up and let your exit from your weight keep it up off the bottom a little bit. So when you throw it out and your bait's, chasing the weight, when you pull it up to your weight, and it's usually a lot smaller hook and bait, guys. It's just this is what I was messing around with. I'm always tinkering with stuff when I'm on the water. When you pull your bait up to your weight, you can just sit there and just pop your rod tip. Just tap it. And that bait will flutter and move. And if it's a good floating bait, you can drop your rod tip and give it some slack, give it some line, and let that bait move a little bit on its own, especially in current or you're around current situations. So these Jungle Gym, they come in, I think, from, I want to say 3/16 up to an ounce or better. What this is it frees you up to, you can use the free rig, you can split shot with this, in a sense. You can Carolina rig. Anything that you would want to use a leader, you can use these weights instead of traditional weights to keep your bait up off the bottom instead of it just, sitting right there on the bottom. It'll sit there a good 1/4 inch off the bottom. And not that there's anything wrong with the cylinder weight, like I said. There's no right or wrong in fishing, and there's just, different ways to skin a cat, so to speak. But these black beans from Jungle Gym will definitely help you in your finesse tactics when you're maybe first starting a free rig, or you've already mastered it with the cylinder weight. You can come with the bean, I'll call it, and the possibilities are endless with this weight. They're tungsten, number one, so you can get, they're not going to be as big as comparable sizes. This is a 3/8 ounce. They've got that bulbous bottom, which I love. I just love the way that they made this. It's got an insert in it on both ends, so you insert through the top, come out the below the top a little bit, and you boom. I haven't used it as much as I would like because the conditions didn't line up for it. But I can tell you this, I'm going to this year. I could see this being deadly around docks, of course, going across points where you would traditionally Carolina rig. You can take this weight and Carolina rig a 4-inch lizard, or you can just pretty much pick any bait you want to. It's going to give the fish a different look. And when you can also put you a bead, you can put you a bead right here. Okay, so when you pull your bait up to that weight, you can sit there and clank it, clank, clank, give it a little noise like if you had a little crawl style bait. Just another tool, guys, for the toolbox. Like I was mentioning earlier, the amount of baits, it's endless. How many baits are on the market, and not just baits, but terminal tackle and rods, reels. It would take years and years to go over everything. Plus, they're releasing new stuff all the time. This is just one of them little secrets that if you know about, it can help you be more efficient in that style of presentation, be it the free rig or a split shot or whatnot. Black beans from Jungle Gym, guys. Just an awesome little weight. You can use it several different ways, however you want to. It's up to your imagination. Thanks, guys, for spending your valuable time watching my videos. They're pretty much just bait heavy me here in the bait room, but I'm going to be transitioning to the water here soon. Good Lord willing. Hopefully get out and get some fish catches and be able to go over a lot more stuff that's that it's more feasible for on the water. But other than that, I hope you're doing great. I hope you have a great rest of the week and weekend coming. God bless and tight lines, everyone.